Section 2 of the Sad Years. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jeremiah Sutherland, Victoria, Canada. The Sad Years by Dora Sigerson Shorter. Second preface entitled Dora Sigerson by C.P. Curran. The finest side of Irish life and literature is poorer today by the death of Dora Sigerson. From her long residence in England, she was known here mainly as a poet of a genius as distinguished as it was personal. But when in recent years affairs in Ireland grew more critical, her great-hearted personality emerged more clearly and shone the more brightly as the situation grew more dangerous. Love of Ireland was with her a passion. The events of Easter week moved her profoundly. She spent herself regally on behalf of her people with brain, pen, and fortune, and at the expense of her vitality. The best of the English weeklies said that the rebellion killed her almost as surely as if she had stood with the rebels in O'Connell Street. Henceforth she could think of little else, of what had died with it and what might live. That is no less than the truth. She is fairly to be reckoned with the dead of Easter. Devotion to their cause consumed her like a flame, into which she flung all her gifts, neither few nor negligible. She was a true artist, eagerly seeking expression for an ardent and manifold personality, which itself transcended all her work, whether in poetry, sculpture, or painting. Her poetry was saluted by the greatest contemporary names in England. Meredith, Francis Thompson, Swinburne, and the present writer has seen her name as the subject of lecture on the notice boards of the Sorbonne. What faults lay on the surface of her verse were more than compensated for by its intensity, an intensity often tragic, stoned by continual wreckage of her dreams, but always filled with pity. In the songs of the Irish Rebellion, and in her later work generally, which we, in Ireland, will always consider her best, the passion that consumed her burnt away those superficial defects, themselves characteristic of her impetuous spirit. The poet of Ireland, of the wind on the hills, of Cian Dubh Dilis, of 16 dead men, will always be remembered on that honorable roll of artists who, to the gain of both, fused with their art the strong love of the people. End of second preface entitled Dora Sigerson by C.P. Curran.